The early 1900s began to give way to the fitness industry. During this time period, a man by the name Georges Herbert wrote a book entitled The Natural Method. In it, he outlined what he described as the 3-10-15 approach. This approach to physical fitness describes the three main components of fitness as physical training, mental training, and ethical training. It consisted of what he called the 10 families of practical exercise, which ranged from walking to swimming, and finally, the 15 principles of training that range from proper posture to correction of weaknesses. Georges sought to combine all realms of physical fitness in order to create a good balance of all the realms. Even before Georges' philosophy came about, a man known as Eugene Sandow began a fitness revolution through strength sports and bodybuilding. Eugene was known throughout England and eventually the world for his amazing feats of strength and muscularity. He made money by performing such feats in front of audiences that looked on in awe. If the gladiators looked like Arnold to the Romans, then Eugene looked like Ronnie Coleman. Starting in 1897, Eugene began to publish his own magazine in which he began to advertise for what would become to be known as the Great Competition. Eugene held various regional competitions in England, and the winners of each would be invited to the first big bodybuilding show. And in 1901, at London's Royal Albert Hall, a sold-out crowd looked on in awe at the muscular men who took the stage. Eugene Sandow had taken muscularity and given it a sport outside of strength-based feats. His muscle display shows would go on to become bodybuilding. Back in Europe, another Frenchman was popularizing fitness during this period as well. Professor Edmond Desbonne would go on to popularize fitness through the invention of fitness journals. In these journals, he would put pictures of various strongmen and bodybuilders that he photographed, inspiring those who looked at these publications to achieve similar results by engaging in physical activity. Desbonne also opened various fitness clubs across Europe, where the era's great strongmen and bodybuilders were trained. At around the same time, in America, a man by the name of Bernard Mcfadden came to prominence. Bernard could be seen as the first American fitness guru. He promoted fasting as a way to positively influence bodily functions, and was a huge proponent of a minimalist lifestyle that included being in nature, exercising, and excluding processed food. Bernard completely detested white bread, meat, and most processed food. In fact, in 1902, he opened one of the first vegetarian restaurants and called it physical culture. Bernard did not seek to simply advocate for fitness or health, but was promoting his regime as doctrine. He claimed that following his advice would lead to living to the age of 150, and even advised his clients and consultants to not listen to their doctors. Bernard even attempted to found a religion based on his ideas, but it ultimately failed. These men formed the early foundation of the modern-day fitness industry and were true pioneers paving the way for the industry's growth.